middle income status challenges every Ugandan to become a hero in their own sphere of responsibility. With the continued implementation of parish development model, growing exports, tourism, industrialization, and the anticipated benefits of the oil and gas sector, Uganda remains firmly on course towards achieving upper middle income status. Realizing this vision will require the commitment, discipline, and active participation of every citizen. We are fortunate that our chief hero and champion of wealth creation, General Retired Mzee Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, has consistently led the way through numerous wealth creation initiatives since 1986. From the early promotion of commercial agriculture to more recent programs such as Emyoga, the PDM, and the Presidential Industrial Hub, the President has continuously encouraged Ugandans to move from subsistence to the money economy. Today, those who embraced this message are reaping the benefits. This progress is reflected in the declining levels of poverty and the many success stories showcased during the recent PDM assessment tours across the country. The responsibility now rests upon all of us to emulate the spirit of our heroes by placing national interest above personal gain. Let us choose service over self-interest, integrity over corruption, productivity over negativity, and patriotism over complacency. We must reject corruption, waste, and dependence while embracing wealth creation, accountability, innovation, and hard work. As I wish all Ugandans a meaningful Heroes Day, I challenge each one of us to become the hero our country needs today. Together, let us protect the gains as we made and work tirelessly to secure an even brighter future for generations to come. It's now my singular honor and privilege to invite Her Excellency the Vice President, to invite His Excellency the President to address the nation. Thank you for your kind attention, for God and my country.
Your Excellency, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Prime Minister, the Deputy Chief Justice, religious leaders, honorable ministers, all invited guests. I would like Your Excellency to start by thanking you sincerely on behalf of all the members of Cabinet who you appointed, and yesterday you presided over their swearing in. I thank you on behalf of all of them for the trust you have put in us to serve government in this Kisanja of no sleep and no snoring. And in addition, Your Excellency, and on a lighter note, we thank you this time for surprising us very quickly. On the day when we elected the Speaker of Parliament, many of us who were old members of Cabinet were still counting 1 week, 2 weeks. In fact, we were ringing pastors, we were ringing sheikhs to pray for us. Catechists, pray for us. We still have some week. We think after 1 week, Mzee might announce. Your Excellency, you announced it a day later. And it was a very big, pleasant surprise to all of us and all the people of Uganda and all members of Cabinet. Extend their very warm wishes to you, Your Excellency. And as you have said, no snoring this time, no sleep. Your Excellency, we shall commit ourselves to your guidance, and we shall serve with diligence, and all the people of Uganda I would like to assure all the people of Uganda that we shall deliver as guided by His Excellency the President. And there is a very bright future for all of us as the people of Uganda. Secondly, Your Excellency, allow me to thank you for consistently maintaining and mainstreaming the programs of our national heroes in government, in planning, in budgeting. And I thank the implementing MDS for executing their roles and responsibilities and keeping in contact with our national heroes, specifically the Veterans Association of Luero and many others in other parts of the country. I thank the implementing ministers for doing a good job. We have seen some people, they are happy because of the houses the ministers constructed for them, Your Excellency, under your guidance. We still promise all those national heroes, the veterans, that we are here to serve and we shall continue serving them. Lastly, Your Excellency, allow me to pay tribute to our national heroes across the country, but specifically those of FRONASA and NRA, who you led in the revolution which has now ushered Uganda into unprecedented peace and security, which is enabling Ugandans to participate in the production and productivity and strengthening the economy in their levels, also political stability and the growth of our economy. It is due to their sacrifice that we are now enjoying those benefits as Ugandans. So I pay tribute to them, and specifically you, Your Excellency, who led them. And those that lost their lives, they did not lose their lives in vain. We thank you for leading them and now producing what the country is enjoying in different dimensions. And finally, I congratulate Your Excellency on this day when we are celebrating our national heroes, and indeed I congratulate all the people of Uganda. With this short statement, Your Excellency, I now take this singular honor and privilege to invite you to address the country. Thank you.
Her Excellency the Vice President and all the other leaders, political leaders, state leaders, the religious leaders, the cultural leaders, and all the Ugandans. The 9th of June, 1981, was selected to represent all the hundreds of thousands who were killed in the Royal Triangle especially. After the war, we collected skulls of Wanga in 32 communal graves, and each one had about 2,000 skulls. So you can count how many people. But we selected the 9th of June because that is when, in the village of Chikandwa, near Semuto, 9 of them were killed, particularly 9 were killed. With Rutamaguzi, people like Nkangirwa, Sentongo and others, there were 9 of them. They were killed on the 9th of June, today. So that's why we selected that day to represent all the other sacrifices. as the speakers have said, when we were fighting, we had really pressing issues as a country. Not only Uganda, but even the other African countries have been facing or face those problems. In the case of Uganda, the economy had collapsed because of mistakes. Governance had collapsed. Social progress, education, health had collapsed. So really the choice was between survival or continue bleeding like has happened in some of the other countries. Because even today you can get countries in Africa which are bleeding, even today. But here we said no. This can't be stopped. And that's why we had the student movement initially linked up with the peasants, the rural people, and we were able to create this capacity. I'm glad that some of them are here. Kabandu is a young one. I don't remember him at all. But Nume was there. Nume is there. He was our chairman in Katoka Njiri. We had the elders are there who joined us. And what were our aims? Aim number one was democracy. Let the people choose their leaders. We had chosen leaders in 1962. From that time, no more elections for 18 years until 19. The God gave you. The God gave you. You know yet. Until 1980, 18 years, we had no elections again. Why? Because in 1966, we were supposed to have elections in 19... Come, you. We were supposed to have elections in 1967, but they were cancelled. Because in 1966, Obote fought with Mutesa. And that fighting between Mutesa and Obote was due to bad politics, politics of tribes, religion. That's what caused that problem. Then we get Amin coming in 1971. And when Amin comes and says, I'm the one, I'm the leader for life, whether they elect me or not. So that's how we had 18 years of no elections. Now, in 1980, when we defeated Amin, we were supposed to have elections, but our people refused to organize them, UPC. And we tried to talk with them, no way. They would go and declare candidates. Like in West Nile, they stopped the other candidates from going to register, and they were declared unopposed, the UPC candidates. In Tororo, Changomacho, a professor, They said, no, he cannot read and write, that he can't, they cancelled him. And we were begging UPC, please, please, please. They wouldn't listen. So that was the first reason, democracy. Then the second reason was security. Security, killing people, killing people, killing people, killing people. No accountability at all. Then the economy, infrastructure, education, health, all those were down. For instance, if you take like health, even by the time we came in 1986, when we launched what we were calling UNEPI, I remember I launched UNEPI, Universal National Expanded Program for Immunization. I launched it with Dr. Gunda in Entebbe. By that time, 96,000 children were dying every year from the 6 killer diseases: measles, the other one called, the 6 of them. And when we immunized, those have polio. If you look for anybody with polio now, you will not see him. If you see anybody with polio, you know that he was born during the time of UPC. That's a UPC disease, polio. And this vaccine, these vaccines were there, but so that's why these were the reasons. Therefore, when you are auditing the aims of the resistance and the achievements, please go by item. Democracy, economy, security, infrastructure, education, health. Of course, there are other things which I don't have to go into, like reputation of Uganda abroad and so on and so forth. As somebody who has been following, I think we have done well. That's why the economy has expanded. The problem of, if you say, for instance, economy, the problem is no longer the supply of goods, because there was Ebola into shortages. Ebola, even if you had money, you had nothing to buy. Now the problem is different. There are so many things to sell. The problem is that some people don't have enough money. And that's what we have been telling you to sort out through wealth creation. So this is number one. Therefore, I want to thank the veterans who joined us, civilian veterans, the armed veterans, to achieve this, to defeat an army of the government which had all the weapons. I thank them so much, and even those who are not here, I want their families to be saluted. Thank you so much. Now, after we won victory, we had to stabilize the country. But at the same time, I was aware in my head about the veterans' welfare, how they can recover, or even some of them start. That's why, as Kabando was saying, we started in Tandikwa. And Tandikwa was supposed to be for only the rural area. But as he says, we spread it to the whole country. Because we could see the jealous, why Ruero? We said, okay, let it go to the whole country. And because it started in 1997 in Tandikwa, Samba Mugerwa was the Minister for State for Ruero. Now, it is true, originally the idea was for Ruero Triangle, but then there was jealous. People are now saying, oh, why Ruero, why not? So we said, okay, let it be for the whole country. But we did not forget Ruero. Because later on, I called a conference at Chankwanzi. 800 people came, the leaders. They came. 800. So I evolved a formula which I presented to them. The formula was the leaders, if you were a chairman or a member of the Secretariat Committee or the member of the elected committees which were elected later by the ones of the brother of my RDC, what was his name?
Fazale Oseguya.
The brother of Samaguzi, my former RDC.
Katamba.
Yes.
Katamba.
Perez.
Perez, yes. If you are either a member of the Secretariat Committee or the ones of the elected ones of the Muslim boy, the Muslim boy whom had our chair, he was fighting with Katamba, Kasozi. If you are the Kachiko of Kasozi or Katamba, you also get these leaders. If you gave a Chivira, you harbored the camp. If you were a guide, like my guide from Mondlane to Semto to Makurubita, what is his name? Not Senkari. Yeah. Senkari. You get 5 million. Katugenda kuyita bakabandu abo bandage sente ezo. Bakabandu abo ngenda kubayita mwenna. Katonda kyandese wano. We said each one of these gets 5 million. And not only him, even his wife gets 5 million also. Because like, for instance, if you had like Chigongo, if you had like the one of Kangave, the Mzee of Kangave,
Mzee Kabugo.
Mzee Kabugo.
Yes, sir.
He would get 5 million, and his wife would get 5 million. And this was long ago. 5 million was a lot of money that time. Then, if you are a guide like Senkari, guide the one who used to lead us, Senkari, the short man, Mutebi, was he called Mutebi? The one from Wakiso from Semoto to Makurubite also. The short man. Then the one who led us from Nakazi. Ziwa to Chikandwa, Bomboka. I know all those people by name. Bomboka, the one-eyed, the one with one eye. So when Bomagala Pulimba Mulimba Valala, Mulindemveo, Mujemulimbe. Because here I know everybody by name. So, we said any of those leaders, member of Security Committee, member of the elected committee of Kasozi and Katamba, guide, no, the name militia in Etwam Tekamu. They are those who joined the militia. Each one of these gets 5 million shillings. And which year was this when we started?
2009.
Yes, long ago. 20 years from now. Then we said anybody else who was supporting, not a leader, but supporting, gets 1 million. That time,
1.5.
Huh?
1.5.
1.5. Okay. Kati mulaba akakade kyekakoze kati. Akakade kolwaleero. Kakoze ekintu ky'amaanyi. You can imagine the akakade n'ekitundu obudde obwo. This was a lot of money. I can show you Rashida. Show them Rashida of Mpiji. So, as they are looking for the camera, how much have we spent on that casino? Okay, so get to Rashida.
Amanya gange yenze namulu Rashida. Omutuuze w'ekyalo Kasaka, District Butambala, Bombe Town Council. Nze omu ku baasookera ddala okuganyulwa mu ssente za PDM mu sako yaffe baali bagiyita Kasaka Enterprise Group Gotire yalingi. Kakati ssente nazifuna ku simu, message yajja nga nfunye 1 million. Kati nensanyuka nnyo ne ngamba yi byaddala bino. Nenkubira ku chairman wa PDM. Chairman n'angamba byaddala mzee abawadde ssente. Nenziruka ku Centenary Bank nenzijjako nenfuna 9,914. Kakati nenkoma wewaka nensooka nenkola research wewali embuzi ennungi. Ne bandagirirayo ekyalo bakiyita Mabanda kiri mu Kibibi Town Council. Nengenda nengula embuzi 3, embuzi 3 nazigula $25,25, $75,75. Nengulako n'ennume. Ennume yali ntoototo kuba nalaba nga nja kugyetaaga mu maaso eyo. Ennume nenjigula $15,000, nensigazaawo $9,914. Nensooka nenkubako ekiyumba ekiri temporary. Kakati bwe mmala okikubako ekiri temporary nembeera n'embuzi nenzirunda. Katonda n'ayamba embuzi ne zazaala abaana 2. Kakati zazaala abaana 2 nempeza embuzi 10. Kati olw'okuba nti embuzi zaali ziyazenga nina obwetaavu bw'ekiyumba nentuulako embuzi 2 nazitunda $40,000 nenzimbako ekiyumba kino kyemulaba mwe zibeera kati. Kakati zino era nga bwe muziraba zino zonna embuzi 3 ziri mawako. Kati nsuubira ate okunkulizinga ennamba esinga ate ku zino. Kakati mu mbuzi muno njijjamu maniwa manyiwa n'atuyambako nze n'omwami wange ne tuteeka mu mmwanyi emmwanyi ne
So
zinyirira era
you can see now Rashida got 1 million, and in no time she bought 3 goats, each one 250,000, 750,000. Then now we have not finished the story, but she already had 10 goats now. They had produced. And now, because they have got goats, they had the manure for the coffee. So, yes, the 1 million. So, bakabanwa million yange n'ekitundu ey'K2,200 njagala mundage byakola kubanga sibalambulangako the 5 million for omusajja, 5 million for omukazi. If you are a leader, kubanga twabagamba nti okulembeze tuwali wa musajja bwoka yeka, like Mukyala Kabugo she was like a co-leader. Mukyala Kigongo, where we had the conference. Mukyala Lulika, where yalina abakazi babiri naye the active one was the younger one. So mugende mulimba abalala kubanga nze situma netuukira, but I have not been following up these things of yours. I've been giving you money. How much money have we spent on that? The casino.
From Schedule 1, since 2008-9 financial year, total is 231 billion 628 million.
231 billion. Yes. 231 billion has been spent on that. So, I need this meeting with the veterans. The committee of Jacobo, Musajja of Asimu, and then this the committee of Sedung is now old man. He doesn't follow. It is these younger ones who are following. That. So we need to what happened? 231 billion. How many of the 5 million were got? And how many of the 1.5? Then we didn't stop there. 2013, when I started Operation Wealth Creation, yatandikira Luwero. I told Sare, first give seedlings to the families of the veterans. So ko owereze amaka g'abalwanyi. Seedlings ez'emmwanyi, ez'ebibala, ebyamagana. First give the veterans. And he spent like a year or two doing that. So I said, abazirwanako obamazi nti mbamazi. Kubatuuseko bona nti mbatuuseko. Okay, kale obaze kutuukako abazirwanako now gabira abalala. This is how I did it. So I will get Sare's list. Sare should be in that meeting. With his list. Naye ffe Abaganda tulina engero zaffe. Ffe Abaganda b'omu Lukoola. Ekitata buyima tekimalako nti wadde ebyo byonna bibaddewo Katonda kyatuleese wano. So we are going to have a meeting and find out what happened to all this money. The 231 billion does not include the seedlings of operational wealth creation. That's separate now. Kati akasikano kabanda okayogerako tebandigenzeyo kubanga betwasooka mpozi oluvannyuma nawulirako no, but that one doesn't apply kubanga oluvannyuma bagamba nti abamu abazirwanako tebalina ttaka. Okay, oba temwalina ttaka naye wafuna akasiimo, genda okola ebirala ebiteetaaga ttaka, because the kasimo was in cash. It was cash. The kasimo was in cash. The seedlings were the ones you could say walina okubeera n'ettaka kibanja, but the cash you didn't have to have kibanja. So therefore, in spite of all those efforts, we are now going to meet again, and we are not, even if the veteran died, the children are there. We shall see how to give, I'm glad you have formed circles, and those circles should preferably not too far, because when you say Ruel is too big. That's why I like the PDM. PDM is in a parish. So maybe the circles here could be, we shall discuss, should it be by the command areas, because we had Black Bomba, we had Mondlane, we had Nkuruma, we had Ngoma, we had Chiwanguzi. Should we follow that, or we shall see? Kubanga sagala abantu baffe bagende wala okusaka sente wala. Kiba kirungi bakolere obuweereza babuje awali okumpi. Now, nze nkola yange sirana na baavu. Nabagamba nti sagala kulirana n'abaavu buli wembeera. Kulwaki kubanga ntya omwenzi ndi mukristaayo njagala kugenda mu ggulu. Saagala bamalayika banzigalire tuga omusajja omugaga olinga wali omugaga w'omu Bayibuli eyalina obugaga wano ku nsi bwe yatuuka mu ggulu ne bumusindika mu Geyeena. Y'ensonga mbagamba nti buli wembeera ndina okugezako okusitula embeera y'abantu. So you can show them my kisozi. Nina amaka 28 naye kati wenjogerera bonna kati tulabe ekisozi. Or you don't have them? You don't have?
Nundayo nimanyi.
Rwadichi, if you are going struggling with it, once we shall see it. in Kisozi, what I've been doing has been to give free seedlings to the farmers, also giving them other materials for plant and breeding. So in the Rueda Triangle, I have got my government land in Kaumu. I will now use Kaumu to produce seedlings and give again. I have land in Ngoma. I will use that land also to produce seedlings there, government land, so that the children of the veterans get seedlings. So that's not a problem. Meeting veterans, very good. We shall organize. After July, like August. Now, the issue of a nyumba is the one which is a bit tricky, because the people are many, they are not few. Minister that is my group of Kisozi.
Ni musajja mulimi nundayo nimanyo kusinga nimanye mwanyi ni makasoli ebitooke natandise n'okulima ennyaanya naye njagala kwebaza nnyo President Museveni kubanga yasanga tetumanyi kyakukola. Kusooka nga ettaka lyaffe lyerisinga obulungi wano mu disitulikiti y'Egombo naye ettaka lyonna nga mbizi za musiko mwezisula. President bwe yatuweereza abatusomesa ne batuyigiriza engeri gy'osobola okulima emmere bwe twava mu mmere kati abasooka okulabu ate kakati tuli basajja bagagga. So ekitiibwa kyonna kyonna kitiibwa President Museveni. Okusooka byonna President yampa ebitooke nalima yika 5 ebitooke ebyo nakuŋŋanya miliyoni 27 mu bitooke. Endala ezaweerera abaana ze nalya nali sizibala naye buli nafunanga katugeze miliyoni 1 nga nteekako emitwalo nga 3 oba 5 nesevinga miliyoni 27. Kakati mu sizoni ewedde emwanyi zokka nga nzigyeko ze nateekamu kubanga nze ebiseera ebisinga sibala zentaddemu saagala kuzibala. Njagala bwe mmala ze njagala okukubuulira ge magoba nafuna miliyoni 15 nenyongerako sizoni eyo ey'emmwanyi nenzimba ennyumba yali ya miliyoni 93 nenjizimba era naawe weeri nagulawo obuguzi nagulawo miliyoni 9 waliwo yiikemu n'ekitundu. Nina abaana 6 bonna bali ku ssomero kati ekyo nakyo magoba nguzeeko ebibanja kubanga fe abalimi obudde bwona golowoleza mu kulima kati bukaseera wobeera kiba tekikumala kirala nengulamu mulo motoka nagigula miliyoni 48 ebirala nunzeeko ninayo obute butono ate ninayo n'obubuzi bwange neera nabwo buva mu mwanyi President zampadde. Naye tulina ebitusomooza. Ekisooka emwanyi zino zirina akawuka tusobola okulabako nga bino kubanga abatuyigiriza abalimisa batugamba nti ogenda obinojjola kugeza nga kino kati okalaba kano kati amakungula gaakano gandibadde ngaagaakano oba kano naye kati sigenda kufunako kubanga akawuka kaakano. Ekisooka kino ekintu kino kikulu nnyo era nsaba President Museveni atuyambe kubanga kati ffe abeene Gomba ffe leetaala yaffe buli kimu kyetufuna kigwe tukaabira. Kintu kino alina okutuyamba okuleeta abakugu tulya kiki tuyinza okuzzaako olw'akantu kano kubanga kasobola okulya yiika kubanga yiika tulowooza nti bwoba okola bulungi osobola okufuna kati kugeza nga buno omuti nsobola okuggyako kiro 8 kakati kiro 8 buli sizoni enkalu kati kiro y'emmwanyi enkalu ogula sinya 15 mu 2 kati oyinza okubisa n'olaba sente zengenda okufuna nafunye kiro 8 kyokka bw'oba na bino kiro 8 tezisobola kuwera. N'olwekyo njagala kusaba President nga nvudde ku kyakawuka atwongere ensigo seedlings ensigo ennungi zeyatuwa simbi.
So this is the program again, which Sade had started with, but this time we are going to repeat it and see. Directly, I will also be involved directly and find out why, what is the problem. Now, finally, 2 points. One is the hospital in Entebbe. It is true, PPS it is true that because I support, when the veterans are sick, I treat them. But I treat them in Nakasero, government, private hospitals, too much money. So I said, why don't we use Entebbe Hospital to treat these veterans? But it seems I have not followed it up. Should we follow it up and we stop squandering money in private hospitals? Now finally, the issue of the museum. That one we shall buy that land in Megade, because where you are saying is opposite where we had a camp. We had a camp on the left, but the land you are talking about is on the right as you face Gulu. So we shall buy it and build a museum there. So kabandu atugenda kusinkana tuyite mu bitabo obuwumbi 231 bwalagawa. So then we shall find out if there is any family which didn't get. There are 5 million they will get. And if they had got it, especially at that time, it was a lot of money, 5 million. Even now, only 1 million, they have moved. Mbuzi, Obumyu, Sekoko, Ndiga. You can show them a girl called Opio. Let's see Opio last.
Anya Pio Vicky, Aburi one to see Nana Alingiri Cell, see Banya Word. My town council, Lira district.
Her name is Apio Vicky, a resident of Aling Risel, Banya Ward, Amach Town Council in Lira district.
Agamu send a PDM,
she got the money for PDM in 2023.
La bon when to me appear a beer and
970,000 and then 30,000 remaining in the bank. She planted maize. She bought maize 15 sackets. 30,000 each sacket. She used it, actually she planted it in 3 acres of land. Preparing the garden cost her 150 for the 3 acres. Weeding cost her 50,000. Then spraying cost her 40,000. Time for harvest came. She used the family members and then the neighbors. Then she bought lunch, food for the people for the family which cost her 20,000. And transporting it from the garden to home cost her 50,000.